I am a software engineer at one of the leading tech firms in Europe, but my journey started right here in Ogun State, Nigeria. As a teenager, I always wanted to be a medical doctor, but I found joy in coding during a 7-day digital bootcamp in 2016. Today, I work as a software engineer at one of the world's leading blockchain startups, and I've also worked with other engineering teams across 3 continents. My name is Shedrack. I earn well and thrive in a career that I love. It's safe to say I learned a skill and became a global talent. You can too.
Hello, good evening, everybody. To ensure that you can hear me, can you say good evening in the comments? Just so I'm assured that you can hear me and we are together. Can I see your comments? Hi, good evening. Okay, I'll give us a minute to put ourselves together, turn off our cameras, our microphones, get our pens and papers. Settle in for tonight's webinar. Who's excited? Because actually I'm excited. All right, we have less than a minute to go. Okay, I can see the hi, good evening coming in. Good evening, Adesoye Michael. Good evening, Toby. Good evening, Favor. Good evening, Kayode. Good evening, Emmanuel. Good evening, Lucky. Good evening, Solomon. Good evening, Williams. Good evening, Salisu Rukayat. Good evening, Silva. Good evening, Precious, Vincent, Margaret, Deborah, Martins Bello. Good evening. We say welcome to this evening's webinar. All right, so kicking off. My name is Nancy Lawrence, and I will be your host for tonight's Digital Skillup Africa webinar. I'm sure you would ask that, okay, why are we gathered here today? Don't worry, you'll find out in a jiffy. We're here to gain knowledge. We're here to expand our understanding on what DSA is all about. So just so I know that we know what DSA is, can you tell me what DSA is in the comments? Let me just see if we can have lucky winners tonight. Maybe I'm not promising anything. What is DSA? The full meaning of DSA. Can I say it in the comment section? You never can tell. Anything can happen. What's the meaning of DSA? I've not seen anybody with the answer in the comments, so we're waiting for you. Okay, we have our lucky winner. We have okay, I missed the name, but I think Deborah was the first person to tell us it is Digital Skillup Africa. Yes, DSA means Digital Skillup Africa. Oh, someone said Digital Skillup African. No, it is not African, it is Africa. Oh, Digital Startup Academy, amazing. I'm seeing amazing meaning of DSA. Okay, it is not Digital Startup Academy. Data Skill Up Africa. Wow. Digital skills acquisition. Okay, let's our suggestions and our digital Illume Africa. Is this a joke? Okay, all right. Thank you so much for your comments. I appreciate it. But I would like to tell us what DSA means for a start. DSA means Digital Skill Up Africa, not Digital Skill Ups of Africa. I wonder how you guys came up with that name, but it is Digital Skill Up Africa. And yes, you're welcome. I'm going to do a run through of what DSA is all about. We're having a couple of guests come speak to us. But before they come on, I want to believe I'm not going too fast. Hope I'm not too fast. Okay, we're on the same pace. So I'm just going to be giving us the objective digital skill webinar. Okay, enough of the meaning of DSA because I already told us the meaning of DSA. Digital Skill Up Africa. Okay, thank you very much. I'm not too fast. Thank you very much. Okay, so I'll be giving us the objective of DSA, the mission statement of DSA, and the benefits of DSA. Why should you be a participant of DSA? Why should you be a part of DSA? What is the benefit of DSA to you? Why have we called you together? I'll be doing that in few minutes before we have our guest come up to speak with us. So, what is DSA to start with? DSA Digital Skill Up Africa is a program, is a transformative program that is designed to empower about 350,000 African youths. Amazing, yes. We are all about empowering the African youths, and we are reaching as far as 350,000 youths in Africa, and that is really massive. Imagine 350,000 Africans being empowered with a technical skill. I can't begin to imagine what it's going to do to our global space. So that's what we are here to do at DSA, to empower 350,000 African youths with in demand digital skills and increase digital literacy across the continent. It aims to bridge the digital skill gap, enhance employability, foster economic growth through high quality training, mentorship, and job placement opportunities. Yes, so we are here to bridge the digital skills gap, make sure that if not one home in Africa, but 1 out of 10 homes in Africa is digitally equipped for the global market. Why do you also need a skill? To increase your employment placements. That is what Digital Skill Up Africa is. So let's simply say 1 out of 10 family. Very soon we'll get to the stage where we say 2 persons in one family is digitally equipped. But for now, we're targeting 350,000 youths in Africa. um why, you would ask, why do we, who send us work? Some people will say, who send you, what's your own? But it is a vision that we have taken upon ourselves because we've realized that digital literacy is critically low, and this study was carried out by the African Union Commission, and it was revealed that only 1 in 4 African youths have the necessary digital literacy skill, and this is really, really poor. So we took it upon ourselves to make sure that one or more persons out of 5 is digitally equipped. We also need to get digital skills across the rural and urban Africa. We have shortage of digital talents. You can imagine the World Economic Forum estimates that 230 million jobs in sub-Saharan Africa will require digital skills by 2030. So for you not to be redundant as the time 2030, or for you not to be useless when it comes to job placement, it is very important for you to be digitally equipped. So, and the African continent has a current shortage of over 4 million digital skilled workers. So you can imagine if we take it upon ourselves this quarter to train 350,000 African youths, next quarter, I mean, we can always do better. If we train 350 this quarter, we train 700 this quarter, 700 times 2 the next quarter, we are training 14,000. No, that's 1.4 million. Yes. So it keeps on going and keeps on going till we are able to meet the 4 million digital skilled workers target by 2030. Hence, we came up with an initiative to give comprehensive digital skill education, which is where you come in. We've taken it upon ourselves to teach you, to give you the digital skill that you need to be equipped by 2030. What do you need these digital skills for? You need it for economic empowerment and job security enhancement. You would agree with me that our professional workspace is beginning to change. There are certain skills that you need to know before you are employed in an organization. So it is very important for you to bring out your mind towards gaining or learning a digital skill to become useful in your workspace. So to ensure that I am not too fast, so far so good. Have we been able to understand briefly or slightly what DSA is? Can I see in the comments, please? In just one word or two words, what is DSA to you, or how does it resonate with you? I'm seeing data structure and algorithm. Okay. Okay, I can see a lot of yeses. Okay, are we together? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, what's DSA to you in one word in comment section? Let's go. Fastest fingers. Fastest fingers. I'm taking notes of the names so Jesus Christ may come this evening and we can decide to have, don't worry. Okay, DSA is out for empowerment. Okay, not only empowerment but digital skill empowerment. Yes, that is what. Okay, someone keeps saying skill acquisition. Oh yes, DSA is a digital university. Please let's put it up for. Oh, our names went before I. Okay, DSA is enlightenment. Yes, digital empowerment youth. Okay, I didn't get that. So I saw digital, no, I saw skills acquisition. DSA is not skills acquisition. When we're talking about skills acquisition, we're talking about fashion designing, catering, and all of that. But no, DSA is all about teaching necessary tech skills. Tech skills, let's get that. Tech skills, not just about skills acquisition. No, we are all about skills when it comes to technology, a program that empowers African youth digitally. Amazing. DSA is a tech empowering and transformation program. Beautiful. Digital tech skill is economically important. Amazing. DSA is an opportunity to be equipped digitally for empowerment. Beautiful. Thank you very much. DSA is a technical university. Good. Beautiful. Yes. It is an initiative to set up skills, set up youth digitally. One word, transformation. DSA is a saving grace to the African nation. DSA is investing in the future of this. I wish I can take all our comments, but unfortunately, we have to move on because of our time. We are all on track on what exactly DSA is. So, what are we offering you? We are offering you high quality, industry relevant curriculum learning. We are offering you mentorship, hackathon to bridge academic learning and real world job requirements, and also job placement opportunities. When you are technically equipped, you are able to find good job opportunities. I mean, when you go on LinkedIn, you see a lot of requirements and a lot of jobs for people who are technically skilled, right? If you go on LinkedIn, I'm sure you would not see as creative as the fashion. When they say, when people say fashion word, they don't include tech. That's not the first thing that comes off your head when you mention the fashion industry. But you come to realize that we have a lot of creatives in the fashion design or in the fashion industry that are technically equipped. So it is very important for you to be digitally skilled. Yes, be a digital literate. That's the word I was looking for. DSA developed the country. Yes, we are all on that. Okay. So, what is our program model? We have targets. Okay, what is our program model? We're targeting young secondary teachers, undergraduates, graduates, young professionals. It is a 3-month structured program, 2 months for intensive lectures, and 1 month dedicated to mentorship and practical engagements. We have our online learning platforms, we have physical learning hubs for tutorial mentorship and networking, and we have a progressive and comprehensive tracking of our courses. We have 12 courses that we will be telling you. My time is up and I need to give it up for our guests. I don't know if our guests are ready for us, our guests, if they are ready for us. So while we're waiting for our guests to be here, we have 12 high demand skills. Yes, they are here before I call them off. We have the artificial intelligence, software development, project management, product design, virtual assistant, digital marketing, cybersecurity, content and copywriting, data analysis, graphic design, video editing, and project management. So I would hand over this session to our guest speakers. Over to you, please. Okay. All right. So as I was saying earlier, sorry about that. That was a little glitch. Okay, so as I was saying, I was rushing the courses that we have. I'm sure some of us are registered already for DSA. If you are not registered for DSA, check our social media handles. You would find you will find the link to register for our courses. Any course of the 12 courses you have projected, you are very free, but you can't take more than one course. So you have to take one course and would ensure to make you a master of that particular course that you've taken. So we have data analysis in case you want to become a world-renowned data analyst. We have graphic design, video editing, product management, virtual assistants. The world is in need of virtual assistants. In fact, the world is in need of anybody that is a technical literate. Excuse me. We have project management. There's no big or small project, so we need project managers. Now, the okay, I already said it that we're empowering 350,000 African youths with future-ready competencies, increase digital literacy among African youths by 20%, equipping them with skills needed for the modern workspace. We have decided to enhance youth by having them by enhancing employability through internship and job placement and entrepreneurial opportunities, contributing to a 40% increase in economic opportunities for African youth. So are we together, please? Okay, okay. All right. So I just want us to do a quick okay, I would answer your questions, but I want you to keep your questions for when it is time for the questions and answer. All right. So, like I said, I want us to do a quick play. Let's just play a little bit. So, if you've registered for DSA, if you have registered for DSA, can I see in the comments what course you registered for? What course did you register for? And let's see the highest mentions here of the courses that if I have 10,000 or 10 data analysis, let's say the course with the highest number of people that comments will probably have preferential treatments to that class. So we have project management from Oluwaseun, cybersecurity from Ifeyinwa says virtual assistant, Kehinde says digital marketing, Ayodele says data analysis. Okay, the digital marketing, data analysis. Okay, digital marketing is taking the lead anyways. Machine learning, virtual assistant, data analysis, product design, UI UX. I'm so sorry, I don't think we have UI UX. So are you sure it's DSA? You read this? Okay, project. Yes, UI UX is product design. But you said UI UX, nice product design. Cyber security, software development, content and copywriting, video editing, AI and ML. Yes, that's artificial intelligence and machine learning, digital marketing, data analysis and digital marketing. We don't know who is leading now. Cybersecurity, video editing, product management. All right, beautiful. Our facilitators, our guests, are you ready for us now? We have content and copywriting, we have cybersecurity, data analysis is currently taking the lead. So let's look out, let's be on the lookout for data analysis. Let's see the course that is ready to kick them out of the poll. Content and copywriting, video editing, project management, artificial intelligence, graphic design, cybersecurity. Okay, All right. It's beautiful to see that we've already started for the course, but you're going to do something for me real quick. So we are on Instagram Incubator, on Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn. Just quickly go to any of our social media handle, screenshot and e-designs, e-flyers. You screenshot it and then you post it on your various social media handles and you tag Incubator Hub NG on any of your social media. We will see it, we will love it, and we'll repost it. So quick, we have 5 minutes to do. We know we have less than a minute to do that. And when you've done that, you come back to the session here, the comment section here, and you say done. I don't know if you understood my instruction. Go to any of our social media platforms, or if you have access to the e-flyers, post it on your social media platforms, tag Incubator Hub NG, and you repost it. You just tag us, we'll repost it, and then you come to the comment section and you say done. Please, when it's the onboarding, we'll get back to you soon. Just be on the lookout for your emails. Some of you don't read your emails, and that is why when we pass information, you don't get the information. So it's very important that check your emails as if you're checking the day when Jesus Christ will come. So keep checking your emails back to back, morning, afternoon, and night, but be sure that you would receive email either in the morning or in the evening. So keep checking your emails. We have our onboarding. Someone asked when is onboarding. We have our onboarding processes, how to go about onboarding. So you just have to be on the lookout for the emails from Incubator. Okay, someone says, please, ma, repeat what you said. I don't know what I said. I've said a lot of things. Okay, please, can you come again, ma'am? I'm just joining. You're welcome. I'm enough to go around for everybody. Okay, all right, okay. You check every hour. Amazing. Yes, keep checking. I've not seen any done in our comment section. That means you're not ready to equip 350,000 African youths. Don Hannah Odenusi. Okay, sorry if I did not pronounce your name, but she's our first winner. We have Pas Kenny Kennedy. Thank you. Keep posting. Go on our social media platform, screenshot any of our e-designs or our e-flyers, repost it on your social media platform, and tag Incubator Hub NG on either Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, and we'll make sure to repost your posts if there's a word like that, and we'll tag you as well. Done. Thank you very much. How can we know our courses in case we forgot? Okay. When you are being onboarded, you'll be onboarded to the class that you registered for. We have a structure that we've designed for every course that you registered for. You'll be added to that class when onboarding starts. So if you've forgotten the class that you registered for, be rest assured that you'll be added to that class. Oh, yeah, someone said, well done. I must applaud you guys for the bulk SMS. That's why we're here for you. And that is why we are all about. When we said we are equipping 350,000 African youths, we're not joking. So we are here for you. Please, is there room for sponsorship? Okay, before I could read your message, let me see if I can find it. Oh, sorry, I didn't get that, but you can ask your question again. Please, when is the main lecture starting properly? Like I said, you get when the lectures are starting via email. All we need is your commitment, your participation, yes, and the heart that is ready to learn. Okay, I can see a lot of is there space for sponsorship for those who want? You probably write a grant to Microsoft or Elon Musk. But if there is any, we'll let you know in the course of the program. Is it possible to change course? I don't know about that, but if there is a need for you to change course, and if our structures permits you to change your course, we'll communicate it to you when the program starts. Done on Facebook. Thank you. How can I find you on TikTok? We are not on TikTok, sorry. Done. Cybersecurity. So we are on LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook. What if we are not on Instagram or LinkedIn? You can any of your social media, either Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, you'll find it. Can we change the course if selected? I'm sorry, I don't think you can change the course for now. How many times is the class? Sorry, how many times are the classes? So our classes are structured 3 times in a week. 3 times in a week, you would have your lectures, and it's at the time when it is very convenient for you after the day's work. I registered for virtual assistants. Amazing. Which social media platform? Oh, okay. Social media platform. Of course, we can't have our classes on Instagram. Neither can we have our classes on Facebook. Like I said earlier, we have a structured learning platform. When we onboard you, you would find out, or you would see, we would give you step by step. We'll probably have another webinar to tell you, what to do when the time is. But we have a structured learning platform. When is the program going to start? Check your emails morning, afternoon, and night. Check your emails. We'll send you an email when our classes are. Will there be practical for project management? Our classes are hands-on and they are practical. So we'll be having Ugwanyi Peace in Kiruka. She's a cybersecurity expert. She would tell you or answer some of the questions that you have. Over to you, Peace.
All right, good evening, everyone. I'm happy to be on this call. My name is Ogwai Pace, and I'm a cybersecurity professional. I'll be facilitating on this project, the DSA project. I'm delighted to be here. I'm happy to come on board, right? So, all thanks to the organizers of this great project. Okay, not to take much of your time, we'll be talking briefly about what we'll be doing in cybersecurity, what cybersecurity is all about, okay, and um, the career prospects in cybersecurity. So I would want you to pay attention, and also if you have any questions, you could ask as I go ahead. Okay, so we have a lot to do for the cybersecurity class, right? We have a lot of things to share in our cybersecurity class. So first of all, what is cybersecurity? We are aware of the cyberspace. We are aware of the daily threats and the trend that evolves each day on the cyberspace. Okay, and so that is why when we talk about cybersecurity, we say it is everyone's business. All right, it is not unless you are a professional or you are an analyst or you have a role or you are into it basically before you could be able to secure your space, right? Because each day we visit the cyber, right? We visit our cyberspaces and we carry out different things at different times. And also, for that reason, we should be willing to protect our space. Okay, so if you opt in for cybersecurity in this project you just did, I think you took one of the best decisions. Okay, so we'll talk about what cybersecurity is briefly, and I just said it is protecting systems, networks, your programs from cyber attacks. Okay, and you should also know that these cyber attackers have moved to another level. All right, so once you are in your cyberspace, you should have a knowledge of what to get and what not to get. All right, so in our class or in the course of this project, we'll delve deep into what cybersecurity is. All right, and as I just said, it is protecting your space, protecting your systems, protecting your networks, your programs from cyber attacks, right? From gaining access or changing your information or even destroying sensitive information, okay? And of course, we know the importance of this is to protect our sensitive data, all right? And not to fall into losing financially, or even our reputations being at stake also. Okay, so all of this will be looked at in. If you look at the growing demand for cybersecurity professionals is becoming alarming. Okay, because every day we find out that the internet or the cyberspace is evolving with new technologies, and how are these technology directly or indirectly affecting the user. So when you look at all of this, you'll see that there is a growing demand for cybersecurity professionals. In fact, statistics has it that the projected growth of 33%, right, from 2023 to 2033, and we have over 3.5 million on-field cybersecurity jobs for just this year. Yes, 2025. We have over 3.5 million cybersecurity jobs that are yet to be filled. All right. So these are good reasons for you to think about securing your cyberspace. And apart from that, getting a skill. When our anchor was giving her presentation, she was trying to tell us that apart from having these skills, you can earn money from these skills. All right. So with all of these statistics showing the need for cybersecurity professionals to be on board. We also have the reasons for these demands. Okay, as I earlier said, we have increasing cyber threats and data breaches. We have expansion of digital infrastructure because daily we see that the internet is evolving with new technologies, and all of these are being carried out on the cyberspace. All right, so we will also want you to know that there are key cybersecurity rules, right? There are, okay, can you hear me? There are key cybersecurity rules. All right, we have our information. Okay, before then, I would want you to know that we have two broad spectrums in cybersecurity. One, we have the defensive cybersecurity, and we also have the offensive cybersecurity. So there are careers under these two broad prospects of cybersecurity. We have careers under the defensive, right, kind of cybersecurity, and careers under the offensive type of cyber security. All right. So when we keep going, you would, based on your interests, right? Maybe from my explanations, you would want to know which parts of the cybersecurity spectrum you would want to um, take off as a career path. Okay, so the two I said is defensive, and then we have also the offensive. For the defensive cybersecurity, and this involves measures to prevent, to detect, and also to respond to cyber attacks. Okay, that is for the defensive cybersecurity. These measures are to prevent, right? To prevent cyber attacks, to detect cyber attacks when a cyber attack is, it's has taken place. You need to. All right, and then okay, so for the defensive cyber, please, am I audible? Can you hear me? I need to know on the chat box. Okay, I was talking about the two broad spectrum in cybersecurity, right? And I said we have the defensive cybersecurity that involves measures to prevent, to detect, and to respond to cyber attacks. Okay, and these include implementing firewalls, intrusion detection systems, antivirus software, and encryption. All right. While for the offensive cybersecurity, these are proactively identifying and mitigating security vulnerabilities, right? That is exploiting what the hacker can do. Most times we say it is simulating attacks to test and improve um, organizations or the network defense. All right. So for the offensive kind, it has to be a form of simulating attack, which means carrying out the same activity a hacker or a malicious actor would carry out on a network. So that's for the offensive. And under offensive, we have also carriers that tilts towards the offensive kind of cybersecurity. All right, so now we're going to look at the roles. We're going to look at the roles in the key cybersecurity rules. All right. Remember, I talked about the two broad spectrum, which is the defensive kind of cybersecurity and the offensive kind of cybersecurity. Based on your interests, you could want to channel your strength or your interest to a particular kind for each of these spectrums or this classes of cybersecurity. There are roles, key roles you can, you know, opt up for, right? So for the defensive cybersecurity, we have roles such as we have a lot of roles. We have the network security is there under the defensive. We have the endpoint security, all right? We have application security and a whole lot of that. So we have a whole lot of roles, careers under the defensive cybersecurity. For this brief, we'll be looking at shortly network security, endpoint security, and application security. Remember, this type of cybersecurity prevents, so it prevents networks, it prevents endpoints, and also applications from being attacked. All right. Okay, so these are carriers that one could easily look into and develop interest to go ahead with. And then also for the offensive, mainly we have testing, right? As I said, simulating real world attacks to identify and fix security weaknesses, which are also called vulnerabilities, right? Vulnerabilities are security weaknesses that a malicious actor can leverage on and attack a system. So under the offensive kind of cybersecurity, we have our penetration testing, we have the red team, we have threat hunting, and all of that. Okay, so based on your interest, I could just speak briefly on maybe the penetration testing, which is simulating real world attacks to identify and fix security weaknesses. Most times they are also called ethical hackers. All right. So when you hear about ethical hacking, we're talking about penetration testing or testers, right? And then we also have the red team, which is also part of the penetration testing. They usually conduct simulated attacks to test the effectiveness of either a network security measures. All right, it's basically testing how secure, how the measures are put in place for the security around a network. Okay, and then for the threat hunting, The threat hunting actively, this is actually actively searching for evidence of attackers, like looking for the presence of an attacker in a network. Okay, all right, having that evidence that there is an attacker right in a network. Okay, so I don't know if I'm too fast or I should slow down. Can someone help me on the chat box? And I want to know how many minutes I have on this. Thank you. All right, can I entertain questions now from what I have said so far? Okay, all right. Okay, so okay, career pathways and progression in cybersecurity. We have career pathways to all of this. Okay, we have the entry level positions, right? If you're a beginner, you don't need to like, oh, I'm not sure I can get anything out of my little experience. We have cybersecurity has its own career pathways, all right, and progression. So you progress from one level to the other. We have the entry level positions, which include the security analysts, the junior penetration tester, and so forth. Then we have the mid level positions also. We have the security engineer, we have also the incident responder, and then we have for senior level positions, we have chief information security officers, we have security architects, and then there are also certifications that are necessary for these career pathways and progressions. So in all of this, you could, pick from your interests, like what to do and also certifications to take. You can take CATIA, Security Plus, CISSP, and CH, among all others. All right. Okay. For this, the career pathway. So we have the entry level positions, we have the mid level positions, and also we have the senior level positions. These are career pathways in cybersecurity. Okay. Then also, it will be nice for you to note that there are also trends in cybersecurity. As I earlier said, we have emerging trends by the day. Okay, each day we have emerging trends, and cybersecurity is not out of these emerging trends, right? So the emerging trends here, we have the AI and machine learning in threat detection. Okay, so we have machine learning and also AI tools that are used to detect threats in a network. Okay, and also we have zero trust security models. These are trends that are coming up. And also we have increased focus on IoT, which is Internet of Things and cloud security. And right, we also have an impact of these trends. You could have new opportunities and evolving rules. So by the time you upgrade yourself to these emerging trends, you would also have opportunities to be hired. You also have opportunities to explore other rules in cyber security. Okay, so someone might just be asking, what can I do, or how can I get started? If you're right here, if you are registered for this project, you are on the right path. You have started your journey. Okay, and it is what you can do. All right, with the quality of our classes. I'm sure if you have registered for cybersecurity, you've started. You are on the right track. All right. So basically, if you're an undergraduate, if you are a secondary school holder, it's fine, right? You could take online courses and boot camps just as this, right? And also certifications, as I talked about earlier, and also networking, join cybersecurity communities, and attend conferences. Remember, nothing good comes easy. You need to read, you need to explore, you need to research on what exactly you're doing. So at this point, I think I need to pause and then take some questions. Thank you, Nancy.
All right, thank you very much, Ma. That was such an amazing session right there. Thank you so much. So I saw Esther almost to say, I'm loving this class. This is just a tip of the iceberg. And someone also asked that, is it only cybersecurity classes that we are taking? Of course not. We have 12 fully funded packed class for you. Data analysis, product management, project management, product design, digital marketing, software engineering, artificial intelligence, video editing, to mention but a few. We have 12 digital courses that we are taking, not only cybersecurity. This is only a course-based session that Peace took a while back. So yes, when is the class starting? We answered that. Check your emails, the time and the date, the period when the class will be starting would be communicated. And don't forget to check all of our social media platforms. Information concerning when the class is starting will be passed accordingly. Someone said, yes, we train novice as well. All we need you to come with is a mind, a heart, a soul, a body that is ready to learn, for you to be consistent with your classes, your class tasks, and your assignments, and then practice as often as you can. You will definitely be good at what you learn eventually. I'm trying to see if I can take, are we to pay any amount of money? The classes are totally free. Like I said earlier, it is fully funded, fully funded. You don't need to pay for any money. And if anybody is asking you to pay for the registration on any of the class, it is definitely not from the DSA team. DSA skills programs and our courses, they are free. What are the materials needed for data? We'll communicate that to you when we add you, when we onboard you to our learning platform. All of those will be having assignments. Definitely you have assignments, and the classes are 3 times in a week. I saw someone asking if it's 3 times in a month. No, these classes are 3 times in a week for the next 3 months. How much is the class? I'm repeating and I'm putting myself on blast that the classes are absolutely totally free. Nobody is paying for anything. And if anybody asks you to pay for anything, beware of scammers. Though there are scammers out there, so beware of scammers. DSA is fully funded and it is absolutely free. There we have, don't worry, we'll get to the questions and answers. So because of our time, I quickly want to call up the next facilitator, who is Mr. Adeleke Fashakin. He would be taking us on the next course. We have various courses, but he's going to be on the course just as Mrs. Peace took cybersecurity. He will be taking product management. Over to you, sir.
All right. Thank you. Good evening. Okay, but by my brief, I think by my brief, I've been told to speak on how to reposition for the future of work. Please confirm I'm in line. Can you hear me? Okay. I need a feedback. Anyway, while that is ongoing, yes,
Yes, sir. We can hear you, sir.
yes,
We can hear you clearly.
I made a question just now. Like by my brief, I'm also to speak about the how to reposition for the future of work, right? Well, okay. While I assume that's a yes. Of course, the training has not started. Good evening, everyone. Um, Glad to be here. I'm glad to be doing this with all of you. Also, to say a big thank you to Digital Skillup Africa for this opportunity. So, quickly, I will just walk us through. Um, I'll speak to product management in maybe 5 minutes, and then generally we can get to how to reposition yourself for the future of work. So, of course, I like to say product management is one of the funny careers in tech, and I would say that to ask yourself, imagine if you are in a career where your skills are never really enough, where you have to always learn, you have to always do more, you have to always position yourself to deliver. And I'm saying that's product management. So of course, for many of us, what this session will do for you is to equip you with tech skills and understanding of how to follow through with a product. And let me explain. Many of you are on YouTube right now, probably, or you have Twitter accounts. Somebody mentioned earlier if we're on TikTok, and a host of other questions, applications many of us use. Now, let me use WhatsApp, which I believe we all generally have. How WhatsApp was thought about, how it was built, how it was deployed, and how they keep updating WhatsApp. Many of you know that you can now put music on your WhatsApp pictures now when you upload status. When you see any update to an application, that's a product manager working. So the technical products, managing them, that's all. So see yourself like someone who is managing a shop, managing a fashion business, but this time you're managing softwares. Sometimes in my job, you have to even do the hiring. Your job most times you start from requirement gathering. You start that means in some cases, and that's if you're not working in a company, let's say it's a product, it is not a product company, let's say you're building for clients, you have to sit with your customers and get their requirement. But of course, if it's a product company, say Abeg, Jumia, WhatsApp, Facebook, of course, you now have to research the market, this time your users. So that's where your job starts from. So it's very funny. Your job starts from you thinking about the product itself. Maybe a CEO of WhatsApp calls you. Let's assume there is no WhatsApp. Let me pick WhatsApp. Let's assume there is no WhatsApp, and then they call you that okay, we want to build this solution that is going to the market. And the first thing you need to do, so you have to learn your market research. So you have to create. In fact, sometimes if the product does not have a name, you have to think of the name. So product nomenclature is part of what you have to know. Then you now have to go to the market and do research. That means you have to craft questions for your product. You have to push it out there in the market and get feedback. Sometimes you might need about 200 feedbacks. It is from their responses you will know if they even want your product, because of course, if it comes from the market, it goes back to the market. You know if they want your product, and then you now start building. When they come back with their feedback, what you have done in that place is called research. So you must know user research, you must know UX research. Then when you come back with that feedback, you will need to analyze that data. So of course, there's data analytics. You need to analyze that data, and then the results of your analysis will now show that okay, okay, a lot of people have issues reaching each other. They would want an application where they will chat. However, only 70% of them wanted just an application that can chat. 89% of my respondents wanted people that wanted to chat and also make calls and video, and they also want to be able to do videos. Okay, some people okay, and then by the time you know it, you know that you need to build an app that has video, and you have to prioritize it. So I leave all of that to say, you now, when you're done with that phase, you now need to shift to a project manager. In most cases, because trust me, Nigerians will not hire, Nigerian companies won't hire a project manager for you. So you need to shift to a project manager when you now start with your requirement document. Let's not go into all of the details, but you now have to write requirement. You need to put the timeline. This is from how we start, this how we end it. And then sometimes you need to work with the HR if you don't have the team. There are some, because for instance, software development is plenty. There are so many programming languages. So you hardly will find a developer that can do everything. And some applications will need some languages, do not need some languages. So sometimes you may need to even join in recruitment. So in a way, you have to be, just imagine a CEO literally. So you are like a T-shaped, or if I may call it N-shaped professional, where we have to be skilled in a lot of things, but you have to be deep in one or two. After that, what you're going to do is you now start project managing the software. As it's working, you also need to be doing stakeholder management. That means you're managing the CEO, you're managing those doing the work, and you're following through with your requirements. That's the business analyst to be sure that they are beating up with the building. When they are now done and it's deployed, when they are close to, maybe they have 2 weeks to be done. Of course, are you going to tell them I'm done with my application? If you were a project manager, your work has finished. But being a product manager, you now have to switch to marketing. And that's why there's something they call product marketing manager. At that point in time, you need people to download your products, you need people to use it. For them to download it, that means you need to find a way to get it on Play Store and App Store. Whatever you need to do. And of course, that's what this training is about. Of course, you now move to product marketing manager. That's so when you go to your Instagram page and you are seeing what you've seen Instagram even having Instagram on Instagram and advertising it. And you are seeing TikTok have their pages advertising, you are seeing Abeg, you are seeing Piggyverse, you are seeing all of them. All of those things they are doing, advertising, collaborating with influencers. It's a product manager working. Of course, in some cases when they have the money, they will hire a product managing manager for you. Product marketing manager. So if they don't, well, even if they do, part of your skills as a product manager is marketing. Now, not just general marketing. There are some, in this case, we call them technical marketing because it works with data and research. So it's not just you going to dance in the Ikorodu. This time around, you're working with data. This application has built, who I built, who are my target audience, how can I access them? So you have to learn a lot of advertising, digital advertising, on how to push. All of that aside, now that people are using it, what if 1 million people downloaded your app and then by the second week, about 200,000 have uninstalled your app? So as people are using your product, you have to go back to research and then you have to go to something we call product metrics, which is still data analytics. You now need to gather data from your users, analyze them, and that will make you know what they are. That's what they call UX. So most times UI, UX people will also learn some of this. That's what they call user experience. You want to study the experience of your users and see how we can use that to update the app. So when you download new WhatsApp updates, that's a product manager working. So, and of course, when you have done that, so that process, that iterative process of the software. So the software development lifecycle is different from a project development lifecycle. For a project lifecycle, it ends at the completion of the project. But for a product manager, you're dealing with SDLC, software development lifecycle. It doesn't end at the end. In fact, when you deploy, that's when your problem starts, because more people must download. If you're working in Jumia, in fact, I know they are currently in trouble now because your boss will be asking you, why are we not like Temu? Why is everybody shouting Temu? What's happening? Because right now, your daily active users will be reducing. Your weekly active users, that is those that are using your application weekly, will be reducing. So you are thinking, what can I do better? And you should know that for Jumia and Temu case, sorry, I'm going deeper into project management now. For Jumia and Temu case, it's not your fault. Temu came to the market with discounts, with marketing. This is not about the application anymore. It's about the business handling, which means as a product manager, one of your sales also must be business management. So if you're making recommendations, you are coming from the business angle. From the data I'm seeing, people are going to Temu more because there's a lot of discounts. Okay, or let's even say we are using InDrive and Bolt. InDrive allows people to haggle prices. Bolt doesn't. InDrive has better payback for the drivers. Bolt doesn't. So no matter, there's no update I can do on this app, sir, that can change anything. We have to change it from the business angle. So that's all you do as a product manager. And so you have to do data. Of course, you're also looking at the security of your app. So it's wide. You can as well Google anybody, rather, you can Google a T-shaped product manager or N-shaped product manager and see how many skills they have. And that's why it never ends. Sometimes you keep learning as much as you have to learn. It can even get you to learn DevOps sometimes because deployment can be an issue. And then if you don't know, the one thing about product management is that you're managing everybody. So if you don't know anything about it, a software developer can tell you this is why this is not working, and you're in trouble, and they delay you. So it's a good ride. It's going to run. It's going to run. It's not one person that takes product management because of the length. We have about 3 of us professionals who are going to take different sessions of it. Some of us are going to take product metrics. Some of us are going to take the agile product management part. Some of us will take product design. In fact, that's what you must have. If anything, as a product manager, you must have a deep level of product design and product metrics. If I can give you 3: product strategy and business strategy, product design, and product metrics, then our project management with it helps you. Because Your work is on the UI UX, how it looks. The work of the developers is just to make the application functional, but it's your job to make sure the UX looks very well. Okay. So I believe that for many of you who wants to be a product manager, it's a lot of work. I won't lie. It's a good thing to be, and of course we're with you throughout the ride. So quickly, I'm just going to run you through a slide. Now, this is what I actually prepared for this class, according to sorry, is it Google Slides now? Okay, there's something I need to share. Just a minute. Okay, share screen. Okay, so repositioning for the future of work, and we have to do this very, very fast. So, quickly, there is a rule. If you listen to a lot of researchers and thinkers, please let me see. Okay, if you listen to a lot of researchers and thinkers, you would know that the work landscape has changed. The work landscape has totally changed. And I'm saying that for even for those on this training, and I can tell you that for many things you're trying to learn today, by 2030, they would be gone. And yes, if you've been attending a lot of trainings lately, what we call future of work in the last 1 or 2 years is currently the past of work. So if you are thinking future of work, and we're thinking in the current landscape, we're already late. So, of course, what we're looking at is flexible work models, digital transformation, and a lot of that. Before, banks, we hire bankers, but now you can see banks are hiring more technologists and more data folks. Now, moving on, because I have a few minutes, I just need to run this quickly. There are key trends you should look at. AI integration, and I know I would just tell you on this call today, and you can take it from me. It's not true. AI will take your jobs. In fact, I can say it again. AI will take it. I have my friends who are developers who would have hired 2, 3 more developers to work with them. But because there's AI, they can use AI for the 3 developers and they can use one. I want to ask many of you here, if you have done business before and you did a logo, when was the last time you called someone to do one for you? Most times you create something you can easily go with. So, of course, AI may not take care of all of our jobs, but it will reduce the manpower needed. If you're on a project, it's possible that 5 years ago you hire many content writers. Now you're hiring them less. Okay? It is possible you hire people that will do some things for you, but now you're hiring them less. For instance, this slide I'm showing you, I did everything under 2 minutes, even lesser. So AI will take jobs, and I will go further. In fact, I know there is a particular release that I was working with, and it's AI. If you have your UI UX fully done, if you have your UI UX fully done, just download the Figma and plug it into it. It will code the front end in the space of 5 minutes, and that's done. And of course, I have developer friends I give to always check if the codes are okay, and it's okay. And many of them use it. So moving on, again, we are looking at growth. So things we have to look at for key future of work trend is continuous learning. This is really what you need here today, and that's what I'm saying on it. Upskilling and reskilling, and it never stops. Don't even assume you are finished learning. It never stops. Wherever you are, wherever you are. Growth sectors, we are looking at a lot of things are growing, and I will say it. The care economy and green jobs are showing expansion. Project-based and gig work are showing expansion. And the care economy and green jobs are showing expansion because of the increasing level of older people, and also because of our exposure to tech and habits. A lot of people are getting into mental health and sickness issues. So, in fact, if you look at a lot of companies abroad, many of them are built around the care economy, which, of course, it is going. But as a tech person, you can plug into creating solutions for them. Essential skills for the future, I will just say it here. Number one is analytical thinking, which means your analytical thinking must be very strong, which means you need data. Number two is data literacy, meaning understanding AI systems, how to interpret big data, and all of that. Then human intelligence, creativity. Now, creativity means sometimes you want to do a work because you know AI can do it. You don't need to just tell AI, give me a book. No, you can take a long walk to do the thinking, and then when you come back, all you have thought, type everything out. It could take you 12 paragraphs, type them, and then let AI revamp for you. Emotional intelligence, adaptivity, distinguishing humans from machines, but of course, it's not as important as what I want to talk about now. Strategies for personal branding. Just a minute. Okay. Yeah, I've discussed this slide. I have about 5 minutes. I want to finish this. Strategies for personal branding. Number one, you must not joke with being seen. And I will explain. I know many of you may be on Twitter, and you will see a lot of people speaking against LinkedIn, speaking against talking out there, even Elon Musk. You must understand that the person talking is Elon Musk, who has a social media platform that he speaks on every day, every freaking day, announces his wins, announces when he's launching, announcing new product updates. So he's speaking. If you see him speaking against LinkedIn, it's because he has a product he wants people to use. So don't, because of that, imbibe that and say me is low class people that speak on LinkedIn. Oga, go out there and talk about yourself. Everything you're doing, talk about it. Just make sure that you're not speaking about what you're not doing. Be a performer, but talk about what you did. It's simple. If God did not write Bible, if God did not give us the word, how will we know what He did for you? It's that simple. So, authentic expertise. Showcase your unique value proposition. Don't copy anybody. Number two, adaptability. And that's how to position in the future. Highlight continuous learning and flexibility. Whatever you're learning, let people know. Online presence. Build a compelling digital footprint. A compelling one. Network development. Connect with emerging industry leaders. For instance, let me just say it this way. You are learning data science or you're learning UI UX. I saw this in the last cohort a lot. Don't just go online and say, I'm excited to be learning something with Incubator. Nobody cares about that. What I need you to do is, okay, somebody taught you today about how to gather data or about how to get data from people. Okay, good. Go online. Create something. I'm trying to understand how people are addicted to phones or use social media. Create questions for yourself and put that question online. And let that be the question on your LinkedIn. Do a write-up to it, put the link, and let them fill it for you. Of course, put on other platforms. And when you are done with your data skills and you have analyzed on Power BI, go out there, show the result, and discuss it. So you are showing what you can do, not just saying you are excited to do something with Incubator. It doesn't add up. If it's product management we are giving you, discuss your product idea online. Let your network know I'm working on this product. I'm currently doing the research. Currently, I'm at this place. If you're a developer and you wish to partner with me, let's connect. That's what people want to see. The same thing if you're learning cybersecurity. Don't talk about what you're doing. Talk about the impact of what you're doing. So don't talk about what you're learning. Talk about do something with what you're learning and then talk about what you're doing. It's simple. You must do before you talk. Don't talk before you do. So talk about what you are doing or what you have done, not what you're learning. Nobody wants to know what you're learning. It just makes you a beginner. Your network development, that's how you network. Still positioning for the future of work. Apologies. Upskilling and reskilling. Number one, identify your gaps. And I said something earlier, which I will just go to. Identify your gaps, learn continuously, gain experience. There are a lot of internship platforms that are free. You can start them now. There are a lot of, and don't do things in the Nigerian space only. I'll go there later. Let me see. This is easy. Or let me speak to this slide. So, how to create an action plan for yourself for the future. And I'm not putting these slides for you. This is what I use for myself personally. That's why it's easy to pick it up. I knew about this training in a very short time. Conduct a personal SWOT analysis. In fact, I told someone to do this for me. Do not deceive yourself. Conduct a personal SWOT analysis. Don't say I have MSc. Don't say I have PhD. Don't say I'm manager in my workplace. Conduct a personal SWOT analysis. What are your strengths? How much do you currently earn? How can you earn better? What do you know? Look at your weaknesses. Look at your opportunity and look at your threat. Now you are conducting the SWOT analysis in line with where you want to be. Do you understand? The next thing you have to do is plan, which you have to set SMART goals. You know what SMART goal is. You can Google anything you see me write in capital letter, please Google them. It's not just, I'm not saying brainy goals. SMART is an acronym, so Google it. Set SMART goals for skill development. You have done your SWOT analysis. You have seen your weaknesses. Don't leave them hanging. Go and set SMART goals. If you have to learn software development, whatever, in the next 3 weeks, next 2 months, you're applying for a job. Okay, let me give you a skill I use. Look for the person you want to be like in the industry, say data analyst. You can look for the top 10 data analysts in Nigeria. look for their name on LinkedIn, follow them, check their LinkedIn profile and see the kind of knowledge they have. Those who become, look for what you don't have there and go and look for how to learn it. People are learning SQL, I don't know SQL. What's your plan to learning SQL? People are learning Python, I don't know Python. What's your plan to learning Python? Do you understand? So don't allow deceit. And don't have this where in the next 2 years, this thing will take me 6 months. There will be 6 months anyway. So you either become a 6-year-old, a 6 month older fool, or 6 months older, someone that is wiser. So then connect, build a diverse professional network. You need to do that. That means you're attending events, you're talking about yourself, but in the line of your learning. And let me tell you a key. The more you learn, the more you connect. Because you always find people who are learning like you. Then again, learn, then adapt. And that speaks to everything that I believe this creating yourself for the future plan is about. If you do not get anything at all, get these two from here. If you do not get anything at all, get these two from here. Conduct a personal SWOT analysis now. Conduct a personal SWOT analysis. Then set SMART goals for skill development. Those two, take that from here. Do a current SWOT on yourself right now, whoever you are, wherever you are, and set SMART goals for it. And you find yourself flying. Thank you very much. And it's a privilege again to do this with you. Have a pleasant evening.
All right, sir. Thank you very much, Mr. Leke. We would want to take course-based questions. I don't know if Peace is ready for us. The first question is, what's the difference between cloud computing and cybersecurity? Are you there, ma? Okay, while we wait for our guests to come on, I would go to the other questions. The cybersecurity class is going to hold for how many days in a week? 3 times in a week. For someone that studied economics and have no knowledge of cybersecurity, neither am I a pro at computer programming. Can I do well at cybersecurity? Yes, you can if you put your mind to it. Where are possible locations or office where you can work with cybersecurity? I'll leave that to your cybersecurity facilitator. Okay, all right. Peace is on the call. So yes, this question says, sorry, let me go back to it. What are the danger aspects of cybersecurity?
The digital aspects.
The danger aspects, danger.
Okay. Oh, danger aspects. Okay, so for everything that has an advantage also has a disadvantage. Okay, so most times we encourage our learners or students to actually do the right things, because in as much as you are being trained to know much about networks, you could be trained to like ethical hacking, you're trained also to know what a malicious actor could do. You act as a malicious actor, right? So you are not expected, right? I know these are one of the dangers we actually face when we have cybersecurity experts going into networks unauthorized, right? Having access to different networks or having access to passwords and all of that. So though we look at it from a very positive side, while the negative side is being handled personally and right, knowing exactly what you want to do and what you want to achieve. So I could say the danger is you not using probably the skills rightly, all right, using it to harm, because most good hackers, most good ethical hackers, most times, if you look back to history, are once malicious actors, right? So you get your skill. Don't use it on the negative side. Try to channel it positively. Okay, that's all I have to say about that. Hello, can you hear me? Sorry, I can't hear you. You're muted.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that
Yeah.
I was muted. So I was saying that I'm seeing a couple of questions there, like how does ethical hacking works? Um, one dabble in both offensive and defensive cybersecurity? So these are really nice questions, amazing questions, right?
Okay,
But
yeah, you're right. Yeah, sure.
they would require us to delve further. So I don't know if there's any way you can take the question in 1 minute because of our time, please.
Okay, so someone was asking if he or she can do both ethical and the defensive, right? Because generally when you start off,
Offensive
yeah,
and defensive.
offensive and the defensive aspect, right? So if you want to measure on offensive, it doesn't mean you would not have knowledge of the defensive, okay? So, and also vice versa, if you want to measure on the defensive, you must also have a little knowledge or on the offensive. So like generally, if you're studying medicine, right, you do your the general studies on medicine and all of that, and then when it's time for you to um, go for like you want to be a consultant, right? Then you now choose a pathway. So you could also have a very good knowledge of and also a very good hands-on experience or experiences on both the defensive and the offensive type of cybersecurity. So at the point where you're going to really face your career squarely, then you need to choose one so you'll be good at one over the other. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Peace. There's another
Yeah.
question here. Please, can we also get notified via SMS? Yes, we send bulk SMSs to our registrants. I want to know if we are going to explore this area in the course of the class, or are we just going to focus in one area in cybersecurity? Of course, we are going to focus on different areas in cybersecurity.
Exactly.
Yes, there's definitely we are definitely giving out certificates. I'm just trying to stress because of our time. After getting a career prospect in any of the mentioned levels, how do we get a practicing environment? How do we get to know clients who we can work for?
Okay,
Yes,
so
that's the question.
all right. Basically, once you start, we have different levels, as I earlier stated. You could just start up little by little, join cybersecurity communities, right? And then there are a whole lot of cybersecurity communities that would expose you to networks of people that will be needing your services. And also, but you could just, your LinkedIn page could be a very good space for you to market whatever level you have attained. And then hopefully you see people reaching out to you and also you doing your practices.
All right, Ma. Thank you, Ma. So this is a question for Mr. Adeleke. What is the difference between product manager and project manager? Are you on, sir?
Okay, quickly, it's that's wide, but I'll just tell you quickly. As a project manager, um, I will talk of scope. Scope will help you. As a project manager, your work stops when the project is delivered. For instance, if you want to build WhatsApp, the moment you deliver the app to the company, what app has deployed, oh, it's on App Store, it's on Play Store, it's on websites, they can use it. Your work is done. You can go and sit down. But for a product manager, your work just started. You are checking market fit, they're taking profits. If by the year end WhatsApp is making less money, they will call you. If users are complaining online, they will call you. If so, how features will be added to it, how the product will get better, how it will yield market profit, that's your thinking. So of course you work with the same thing. Not like I don't mean it as a way to downplay any career, but most times project management is a subset of product management. And if you see most companies, most times, for instance, I think Money Point at some point, they won't hire a product manager until you're like 7 years in the industry, until you're like 7 years, but then there are junior product management roles, but it's a lot wider. As a project manager, your work can start with when they brought the problem to you, you start looking for the requirements, how to build it. But as a product manager, nobody brings the problem to you. You go and look for the problem. You are the one to go and meet the users to find out what they need. You understand? Most times, if you get a very good job, which I pray you do, you will most likely work with a project manager because you have to work there. Thank you.
All right, sir. Thank you very much. So I'll be ending on cost-based questions. Cost-based questions. We'll be wrapping it up on cost-based questions. I want to say I wouldn't want anyone to say it's unfair that we have product management and cybersecurity. We have 10 other courses that DSA is offering up for grabs, right? We'll be having other webinars to address this, and if we don't mention or bring up your costs in the course of our webinars, be rest assured that our classes, when it starts, will teach you explicitly, intensively, extensively on the particular course that you've picked. We'll be having certificates. We'll give certificates to those who are serious, who attend their classes, submit their assignments. At the end of the program, you get your certificate that is well recognized. Can I register for 2 courses? It is not possible for you to register for 2 courses. You didn't talk about data analytics. Yes, another time will come where we'll talk about data analytics. When is the next webinar coming up? Please check your emails. The time and date of the next webinar will be communicated to us. Would it be live classes? Yes, we'll have live classes, and we have recorded classes. For your recorded classes, they are time bound. How many hours will each class? People, your blood is hot. When is software engineering starting? Did I say software engineering? Our courses will start at the same time. Let's say our classes start 10 a.m., 10 p.m. this night. All the classes will be live at 10 p.m. this evening, for example. Yes, yes, yes. And you would also look out for a schedule, right? When I mean if our classes are starting 10 p.m., just be on the lookout. We'll have like a timetable in case you don't understand what I mean by schedule, right? We'll have a timetable where our classes would be communicated to us. How about graphic design instructor? If your instructor is coming, it's for you, it's not running away. Can I run 2 courses? No. Is there a specific type of laptop? I mean, depends on the course that you are taking. Do we have a WhatsApp channel? Do we have a manual? Everything. Calm down, calm down. During chilled zobo food, you definitely get all of those things. Can you change your course? No, you cannot change your course, at least for now. If it is possible for you to change your course, it would be communicated to you. Can I switch from the were you not sure? Okay, so we'll send you an email. Yes, registration is still on. I'm using aura for aura. The same way the person asked me, registration still on. I'm fixing. Registration is still on. Registration is still on. Registration is still on. All right, cloud computing. When is it coming up, ma? It will be communicated to you. Do I need to know Python before I can take AI? Indian man say easy. Is there a Telegram group? There is no group now. If you are added to a group from DSA, beware of scammers. We'll tell you, we'll let you know when groups will be created and you'll be added on. Oh, how do I register? Please check Incubator Hub on Instagram, Facebook to see the procedure for registration. And let's not forget, on my screen here, you can see the link to register. All you need to do is to click on the link and you will be registered successfully. Can me and my sister do the same phone, different emails? Do you? What about those without laptop? I mean, we have some courses that you can take without a laptop, so please check out for those courses. And I think it is on this note, is it only 5 courses that is available? We have 12 courses. 12 courses are available for us to pick from. The registration link is being dropped in the chat. You can go through it and you register appropriately. Can there be clear? Okay. Please can we get the link? Yes, the link has been dropped. Are we likely to start lectures this month? Start date of lectures will be communicated to you via email. Please check your emails frequently. Okay, you are welcome. Registration link is on the screen. Click on it. Registration link is being dropped in the chat box. All you have to do, click on it and you'll be taken to the registration pages. Thank you. All right, it's on this note, we call it a wrap for tonight. We'll see you in our next webinar, or we'll see you when we begin to onboard you for classes. But in the meantime, check all of our social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Incubator Hub, the Incubator Hub, THE Incubator Hub together. All right. Follow all our social media platforms: the Incubator Hub, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And the reason why I said you should check our social media platforms, information will be dropped there on a regular. And I cannot answer this question enough. When is classes starting? When are classes starting, rather? Our classes are starting soon. It would be communicated to you via email. So check your emails for when classes will be starting, or when classes will be starting. Yes, check your emails. We'll onboard you appropriately. Keep checking your emails. We'll send you bulk SMSs. You would know when classes are starting. Don't forget the Incubator Hub on Instagram, the Incubator Hub on Facebook, the Incubator Hub on LinkedIn. Thank you very much, and it is a wrap. Good night.
I am a software engineer at one of the leading tech firms in Europe, but my journey started right here in Ogun State, Nigeria. As a teenager, I always wanted to be a medical doctor, but I found joy in coding during a 7-day digital bootcamp in 2016. Today, I work as a software engineer at one of the world's leading blockchain startups, and I've also worked with other engineering teams across 3 continents. My name is Shedrack. I earn well and thrive in a career that I love.
It's safe to say I learned this skill and became a global talent. You can too.